rare that we're able to talk about the legacy of a game while it's still brand new, but there's no denying the impact that The Walking Dead the game has had on the video game landscape. Originally released as 5 downloadable episodes starting in April and wrapping up in November 2012, The Walking Dead is now a standalone disc and an instant, although flawed, classic thanks to the emotions it elicits from us players.
Well, I reckon you didn't do it then.
Why do you say that?
You know, I've driven a bunch of fellas down to this prison. Usually it's about now I get the, I didn't do it.
Every time?
Every time.
From the moment The Walking Dead the game starts, we are Lee Everett, a convicted murderer on his way to jail. But as fate would have it, the zombie apocalypse breaks out, and soon we're caring for a little girl named Clementine and trying to stay alive at any cost. This is where The Walking Dead's power comes from. This story of Lee and Clementine is so well acted and well told that the players connect with these characters in a way most video game developers could only dream of. Protecting Clem won't necessarily be the same for me as it is for you. We tackle the same situations with different dialogue and actions based on the choose-your-own-adventure gameplay developer Telltale Games is deploying here. And that allows for minor differences and deviations that make for a more personal experience. This is wrapped up in the comic book world, literally and graphically. The events of the game are happening in the comic book universe, so expect to see familiar faces. Keeping with that theme, the game uses a cel-shaded look that really pops and never gets old. The only real hang-ups The Walking Dead the game has are technical issues, something that's plagued Telltale for years. The game suffers from slowdown. Scenes will freeze for a second to load, and although I haven't run into the issue personally, lost saves are well documented on the internet. Truly, some glitches are all that hold this game back from being a masterpiece, but even these hiccups don't stop The Walking Dead from being a ride everyone should take.
Everyone else should get comfy and look for anything useful. We could be in here a while.
I'm starting to think this drugstore isn't a permanent solution.
You're right. This ain't exactly Fort Knox.
The Walking Dead gameplay is more choose-your-own-adventure than traditional adventure game mechanics. We're not getting Lee hung up on how this oil can interacts with that doorknob. The gameplay decisions that matter are conversations. Dialogue and choices pop up, and we have a limited amount of time to pick one and live with the consequences. And these consequences are far-reaching when it comes to the relationships you're developing. Decisions you make in Episode 1 will affect who walks beside you as you head into Episode 5. Lives hang in the balance, but the decision-to-decision stuff is more about how people view you and who has your back. Again, there are these personal deviations that still get us all to one of the same endings, but make the characters feel your own. But that's not to say The Walking Dead the game is just talking. You do need to figure out how to distract walkers with item A while getting to item B and bash in a few undead skulls. With Telltale's new reticle system assigned to one stick and Lee's movement assigned to another, this is simple to get the hang of, but it can look a bit goofy as Lee glides into walls and such. Still, the puzzles are never the draw of The Walking Dead. Play this for the story and the characters. The Walking Dead the game just changed adventure games, forever. It showed that story, characters, and relationships could take center stage. Tired gameplay mechanics could fall by the wayside, and more people than ever could play and fall in love. There's no denying how special this journey is. Sure, it has problems from a game perspective with glitches and such, but as an experience, The Walking Dead the game is unmatched. For my in-depth reviews of each and every Walking Dead the game episode and spoiler-filled video discussions, check out IGN, and never trust strangers.